Peace and love, everybody. What's the deal? What's going on? Leo Isaiah Bridges is here, yes, indeed. And I'm coming to make another video, of course, but it's going to be another poem, and it's for everyone to tune into. Take a look at how that bird just flew right by me so quick. I mean, everything is a message, and I see it in a good way. I try my best to accentuate the positive, but I tell you one thing before I get into this poem is that no one tells you about the cons of healing. Like, there's pros and cons to everything. No one's talk about the considerable bad parts or the cons of healing is that when you heal, you become a hammer, and everything you see out there is practically a nail. There's work for you to do tremendously, because now you become so sightful, and you can see where things are bad, especially with the more knowledgeable that you get about life. And when I say life, I'm talking about everything that encompasses life. You know, that has to do with the subjects in which many people out here are masters of: chemistry, biology, algebra, biology, engineering. Everything is intertwined. So the more knowledgeable you get, and the cleaner you are, but that's a beautiful job. I ain't gonna lie, it's an honor. You hear me? It's an honor. Gotta give it up on that behalf. That's right. I ain't putting it in no negative light. I'm not trying to demonize nothing or scandal or conspire. It's a beautiful thing to be knowledgeable. It's a beautiful thing to be healthy and clean, and it is. It is. Because once you learn law, oh, the beautiful things will come. That comes with knowing law. You know what I mean? And when I say law, I'm talking about the law of life, not just, with all due respect, not just what comes out of a doctrinated book. You know, and I believe that this is exactly why I've been loving science as a child, and I still love science to this day. Is that when you read nature and you start to learn from nature, it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. And while I'm at it, big shout outs to all the astrophysicists out there that's doing good, man, and living righteously. You know what I mean? That's putting out that good work. Yeah, big shout outs to y'all. One in particular, of course, Neil deGrasse Tyson. I've been following that great man for a while now. Big shout outs to that brother there. However, let me continue to go ahead and say I'm going to bring this poem to y'all, but let me go ahead and give you, well, for those who've been following me in the past, kind of take a look at the background and tell that, yo, I remember him being there before. And I think you will see it when I was making my first videos with the poetry. I was starting out with, a couple years ago, I believe starting out 2019, right here at the wonderful Cunningham Park. This is a very nice park here in Queens, New York. I find this park to be very accommodating, you know, very accommodating. It has a lot of great things going on and I believe from what I've been seeing, it's very family oriented, as diverse as it is too. There's a lot of pluses here of being in this wonderful park. There's a Pantheon right here. There's a cookout grill area for the family, basketball court. You can play basketball. You can play soccer, volleyball. Little workout station over there. You got the tennis court over there. They got the trailway where you can go ahead and do your running. You know what I'm saying? Take a quick look. Cunningham Park, brothers and sisters. If you go find some time to bring your family out for a nice day, excuse me, certainly take the time to bring them on out here, I would have to say, and just check out the area, feel it out, you know what I mean, and come and dig it. You know what I mean? A lot of people come out here jogging. In fact, I think before I get out of here, I might run around this is a huge ring, and I think it's about a mile. Yeah, it's about a mile, a little bit over a mile each lap. So I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 in before I get up out of here for the sake of it. Yes, indeed. You know? So yeah, Cunningham Park, brothers and sisters, a very accommodating park, and it's diverse over here. So let's get right into it, y'all. This poem right here, I call it Compliments of the Eye. Well, compliments to the apple of his eye. Because I came up with this when I was watching a particular family over by the JFK airport. And there was a woman there, I believe those are her daughters. It was her and 3 of her daughters. You know, and I'm looking, I'm like, wow. and I think they were Italian or, or like from Madrid, one of them, but looking very, very gorgeous. So something in me was just like, yo, just take the time because I haven't written anything in a while. Before that, a little bit. So I said, yo, let me go ahead and write something real quick, as I'm feeling the way that I am, with the wonderful young lady that was in my sight. I'm like, wow, she had to be at least probably 20, 21, and I'm like, wow, she was dressed nice and everything, like natural hair, all that, everything flowing. I was like, oh, let me go ahead and do this. Now, hold on now, for y'all out there, because I could feel it coming. I give it up for my sisters too, of course, man. Go stop playing with me, man. Go ahead and try to nip that in the bud real quick before y'all try to get real smarty on me. You know what I'm saying? Because this also can, in fact, I'm saying it now. I'm declaring it now that this also goes out to my sisters. You know what I mean? For I already put it out there that I have aspirations to have more than one woman. You know what I'm saying? We've been practicing polygyny without even knowing inadvertently for years, but doing it in a perverted way. Yo, I got a girl over here, I got a girl over there, yada yada yada. I spoke on this already. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that. But now, when we find ourselves wanting to do it in righteousness, it becomes quite difficult. That's because of the prevalence of wickedness around here. Yeah, trust me. So this is real quick. In short, this is not long at all. But the words that I use and the way that I put it out was very foretelling. And the reason why it's short because I did write it out and I handed it to the mother. I did. I wrote it out and I handed it to the mother and I said, hey, this is for your daughter here. That's for her. You know what I mean? But I paid respects and I said, here, I gave it to the mother. In which it sounded like she can hardly speak English. My hopes are is that they did read it or get someone to translate for them. And that's that, because they was on their way through TSA at the time that I was that I ended it, and I went ahead and handed it to them. I just did that out the kindness of my heart. But being that I'm looking to be a man who would like to have more than one woman, I mean, this is also for my brothers out there that will feel the same way as I do. You know what I mean? Even if you have your one woman, your wife, hey. Well, actually, this is the way that this is put together is for somebody, it's for a guy who's looking to obtain, his woman. So here we go, y'all. Compliments to the apple of his eye. I says here, the seeds must have been planted in sumptuous soil and harvested with love and care, to be gathered in a home that's soon to become a palace. But who would be the one to grace the benevolent ark? The eyes of the parental holders keep a close watch onto the flock, for the first pick is undoubtedly the most cured and ripest. Every aspect of her characteristics and beneficial qualities are waged precisely. No spoilage shall afflict the bunch, nestled in foliage enriched, showcased elaborately in the family's honorary market, with the best interest at heart that monies cannot buy nor purchase. For the heritage roots has been fortified into the earth by the Creator's and Maker's love, assuring the mind, body, and soul of the picker's hand the most sensual investments to be lifelong, as everything about the fruits thereof becomes known by the wonderful tree that bore it. If you can go ahead and read between those lines, you will see how deep I went. In such a short time, I think it took me about, I'm not gonna lie, it took me about, between everybody around and me taking looks and trying to put it together, about 30 minutes. Yeah, about 30 minutes. About 30 minutes. I strategically wanted to put it together and have it, give it such I wanted it to make sense and come together cohesively, in which I feel I achieved that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I can go ahead and break it down too while I'm at, what, 10 minutes? Go ahead and break it down. When I said here that the seeds must have been planted in sumptuous soil and harvested with love and care to be gathered in a home that's soon to become a palace. But who would be the one to grace the benevolent ark? Now, that's the first stanza. It's actually four of them. There's only four stanzas, right? That's the first. When I say the seeds must have been planted, of course, I'm talking about her kids, right? Planted in sumptuous soil because man carried the seed of life, in which, as fellas, men, we know that women are referred to as the earth, soil, which our seed goes into, and okay then, right? To be gathered in a home, because they were planted in sumptuous soil. I mean, the man did a good job. He did a good pick and harvested with love and care. That's right, because in that mother's womb, she took care, as all mothers do, to be gathered in a home that's soon to become a palace. Because having such a wonderful, beautiful conception, you know what I mean? This is conceptualizing everything. To have such a beautiful conception, of course, you're going to do good all the way through and through. Okay, but who would be the one to grace the benevolence ark? Meaning that I'm sure that out of those three girls, of course, she was the eldest, the one that I had, that I looked upon. She was indeed the eldest. This is why I said that who would be the one to grace the benevolent ark? Because the first child of any man and woman is the ark. That's kind of getting a little bit esoteric, I feel, but it's real talk. Second stanza, the eyes of the parental holders keeps a close watch onto the flock. That's pretty much self-explanatory. For the first pick is undoubtedly the most cured and ripest. So being that the benevolent ark is the first, she would be, of course, it makes sense, ripened the first. All right. Every aspect of her characteristics and beneficial qualities, being of such good fruit, are waged precisely. No spoilage shall afflict the bunch nestled in foliage and rich. That means that throughout their life they were cultivated and brought up and raised in such a qualitative way. Okay? No spoilage shall afflict the bunch, nestled in foliage enriched, showcased elaborately in the family's honorary market. Y'all know what that means. Typically, when you got your kids and you walking with them, you you're not showcasing them as if you're trying to just auction them off. No, but it's there. Like you showing, you showing range. You showing, the qualities here within this family and what we uphold. You know what I mean? Dignity and integrity. Those kind of things. That we should indeed value and look to improve. Right? And it says here, the last line of that third stanza, with the best interest at heart, that monies cannot buy nor purchase. That's right. Showcase elaborately in the family's honorary market. Also through pictures and outings, wherever they go, everything is shown. That the essence of that family is shown in everything that they do and all that we do as humans, in fact. With the best interest at heart, that no monies cannot buy nor purchase. Okay, there's no, trust me. Price is one thing that we pay, but cost is another. But no, you just can't come and think you're gonna buy what's going on over here. Oh no, it don't work that way. That's what I'm saying there. For the heritage roots has been fortified into the earth by the creators and makers love. Okay? That means it goes deep. Even if, let's say, it's a new family that has came together by way of breaking generational curses and healed from traumas, well, the heritage roots of that new covenant, established covenant, has been fortified into the earth by the creators and makers love. The creator being God, the makers, the parents, mother and father, man and woman. All right, assuring the mind, body, and soul of the picker's hand, whoever would be the one to grace the benevolent ark? Who will that young lady? Who will take her hand? Follow me? Assuring the mind, body, and soul of the picker's hand, the most sensual investments to be lifelong. Because there's no reason why to be planted in sumptuous soil, harvested in love and care. No spoiler shall afflict the bunch, nestled in foliage and rich. The parental beholders keep a close eye. You know, those things, I put it all together, y'all. There's no way that you grow up in such a way that when you become of age and you get picked and chosen, and now you're on to becoming one flesh with someone, that it wouldn't be an investment lifelong. And I guess that's one of the reasons why they say for richer or poorer when you're at the altar, right? Assuring the mind, body, and soul of the picker's hand, the most sensual investments to be lifelong, as everything about the fruits thereof becomes known by the wonderful tree that bore it. The tree, which is what I started out in that last stanza, the heritage roots. Okay, family tree lies deep, roots lie deep, digs deep. Okay, everything about the fruits thereof becomes known by the wonderful tree that bore it. I guess that's what they say, like mother, like daughter, like father, like son. You know, and not to just be so simple-minded on it. I think we have to also, in fact, always take the environment into account. You know what I mean? But nothing happened without reason. There's nothing that happened, cause and effect. Nothing happened without reason. It's just time is everything. Time is everything. And I guess I gotta be squinting in such a way, because I'm not gonna lie. The way that the sun is glaring right now got me on a. And after I've done this video, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and get 2 miles in, and at that time that I'm done, if I can go ahead and get a little bit of sun gazing stimulation, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that too, healthy, right? But where I'm at, 17 minutes, not bad. A little bit over 15. So yeah, I went ahead and I put that out right there for y'all. You know what I mean? Drop a line, tell me what you think, how you feel about it. Um, you know, I look forward to it, but still to this day, I haven't seemed to. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's the. I don't know, man. Like I've been looking for comments and whatnot for such for a while, but it's like, yo, I don't know. I think it's also because that the way I live my life and what I'm actually up against, how I've been put at odds and variance because I've been speaking out against a lot of things that I see out here that's prevalent in the wickedness. I think it's because of that as well that I'm also looked upon quite strangely by a lot of people. You know what I mean? Everywhere that I go, and I happen to see and be made privy of what's taking place, and I feel like an anomaly out here. You know what I'm saying? People be looking at me like I'm the one who's breaking the law out here. I'm like, yo, with all due respect, man, if that's what it is, see, this is why I don't like to I like to be straightforward, man. But this is, hey, it's human nature, I guess. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have a lot of people that always want to, open up their mouth and gainsay or whatever. But I think what happened is, brothers and sisters, is that we became so conditioned that we accepted things for the way that they are, that we just go with it. We just inherently become complicit and compliant. And in some ways, for most, I would have to say inheritably docile to a degree. Yes, indeed. That we just accept things for the way that they are. And I'm like, whoa, we we need to backtrack on a couple things, man. Indeed, we do. Surely. And with that being said, in closing, I would have to say big shout outs to all of those, enough love and respect to all those beings and families who are out there that have uh, not created, but have established established good neighborhoods, towns, community, provinces, to which there is a great code of conduct, um, good order, you know, amongst the people. Big shout out to those who are in those areas. Like honestly, I would have to give the benefit of the doubt that is established out there. You know, where the town is clean and there are good respectable people. You know, is out there, is out there. You see, heavy out here in city life. Too many, too much going on here. It could be, which is why I possibly feel that it's quite alluring to some because of the deceptions that has been put out there in its deceptive nature. That's why it is alluring and seemingly attractive. But as we get older, we just want peace and quiet more so. You know what I'm saying? Because it's meaning not only just peace and quiet, but we actually looking for more established order because there's a time and place for everything. So the older you get, the wiser you get, and you know how to compartmentalize your life. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know how to compartmentalize your life. Hey, set time on your calendar. Mark out this date for family day, the great adventure. Go out to the great adventures, or go to the rally park, go to the go kart sessions, go to the museum, trip to wherever you want to go. You know what I mean? The science museum and all that wonderful things, man. Yeah, there's a time and place for everything. Just like when I hear them brothers out there that be driving them cars with them big dookie mufflers, man, and making all that noise, putting a whole bunch of toxins in the air. Like, yo, y'all go with that every day and like to make so much of an interest or make noise and be known. Crazy. Take that over to the tracks, man. Take it over to the racetrack. Be blasting them damn things all over the place every day. That's annoying, man. That's out of order. In addition to many other things that's going on in these hoods, man. I'm tired. I'm getting tired of New York City. In fact, I've been tired of it, to be honest. Just can't wait for my time to, we can try to make things better, but Lord have mercy. I guess that's what we've been trying to do, but evidently it's not. So big shout out to all of those who's looking to make their way out. You got my blessings. Best prayers goes out to you, and I pray that everything works in your best favor as I'm looking forward towards that my damn self. And not only for me, but that of my family, primarily my tribe of people. Put that into the ethers in the spirit world. So thanks a lot for your time and tuning into this video, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day, man. I'm about to go ahead and do my design. All right, Leo Isaiah Bridges here. Ashe.